Yo, good morning. Morning coffee. Cheers. Something I want to talk about is basically something I guess, experiencing at the moment. I want to create this video in a manner where I'm not being like playing the victim or anything like that, but it's more like one of those moments where like oh shit, a light bulb goes off on the top of my head and I realize what's going on, right? Life is like a roller coaster ride. You got your ups, you got your downs, you got your ups, you got your downs. But the thing is, you're never in the same spot. You're always, moving, right? Things can go well, then things go bad. You learn, you go back up again, everything's awesome, you make a mistake, things go back down, and so on and so forth, right? Back in my younger years, pretty much there was a time where I was riding high, I had like a lot of friends, pretty much I was going to a lot of parties and, a lot of people. It didn't matter where I went, there was always somebody or a group of people that knew who I was, right? And, I walked into the room and everybody's like, hey, what's up, man? It's you, Joe. What's up, man? Come over here, hang out with us. How you been? Hugs and, drinks or whatever. And I lived like that for a while, my early 20s mainly, right? And then I don't know, just I got to a point where it's like I got tired of it. I'm like, dude, I want more out of life than just hanging out and doing nothing and just drinking and shit. I made a decision to, what? I'm not hanging out with these people anymore. I want to focus more on myself. Obviously, things didn't really go smoothly. That transition from like having a very active social life to mainly spending time by myself, like trying to figure out what I want to do with my life. I don't know. There was definitely a lot of boredom and I don't know what to do with myself. I was so accustomed to always being around people that being by myself was quite a shock to me. And like my perspective of things obviously changed a lot. And that's pretty much how I got into like filmmaking because a lot of my free time was spent on watching movies. That's mainly what I did for like a couple of years, right? I started watching a lot of movies and I got really into like foreign movies, especially Asian cinema. And I got into anime and, I got into music more and stuff like that. And I started reading more books about self-improvement and whatnot. I got interested in being a filmmaker, because I was watching a lot of movies. I'm like, wow, there's a lot of cool movies out there. I want to be a part of that. My focus became now to be a filmmaker. So I started to do research on like how to get into the industry. I started going to events, started to network with people, shaking hands. I even made business cards. I'm throwing it out there, started to help people out. Things didn't really change much for me until I went back to school. And it wasn't the school education part that changed the direction of my life. It was more of the people that I met at school that helped change the direction of my life. I met people that knew someone that recommended me to someone, and eventually, I got the job that I have today, right, as an editor. And that's pretty much how things changed. Now, it didn't hit me bad or anything like that, but I just realized that I've been working so much and focusing on my skill development that in this situation right now, my girlfriend's out doing something. Paul, he's out in Germany, so he's not giving me work. I don't have any other projects lined up or anything like that. And I'm just here in my room, be like, boom. Oh, shit. Yeah, I guess that's something I kind of realized or I discovered that you gotta be careful that your obsessions doesn't isolate you in your own world that you don't realize. Start putting bricks around you, and then next thing you know, you're like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm isolated, because you were so focused on your own personal goals that you blocked so many people out. Next thing you know, you're like, oh shit, everybody's gone. What the fuck happened, right? So I don't know. I guess that's something to keep in mind when you're working on your own, or you're trying to if you want to become self-employed, or you're constantly working on your your own personal channel or business or whatever it is, right? Because it's almost like a trap. You feel like it's never enough. It's weird. Before I started working for YouTube content creators, or before I had a job in filmmaking, I was so obsessed to the fact that I constantly have to improve my skills. I constantly have to work on something. If I'm not making something, then I'm failing. Even if I made something and it's complete, I feel like it's not good enough. So I have to figure out a way to improve on it. So I got to practice more and watch documentaries about filmmaking, this and that. I mean, it's a lot of info, a lot of obsession over yourself to always take things to the next level. And I guess that's the point of this video. Something you got to keep in mind, or you got to watch out for, is not becoming so obsessed over an idea or a dream that you just basically lock yourself out from the real world. And I feel like that's something I kind of did for the longest time. there were days that, say, I went out somewhere to like a social event or like a little get together, or if I was at like a concert with my girlfriend, then like I started thinking already of like, oh, dude, I should be home working on something. It was kind of hard for me to detach myself from my work and be able to be more in the present moment. There was times where I was sitting having dinner with my girlfriend, and she'd be talking about me about something serious, and then like my mind starts wandering again about like, oh, I need to do something, or what should I do for tomorrow? What projects can I do to improve my skills? It goes on and on and on and on, and it's like, yeah, it's not dangerous. I mean, obviously, the obsession helped me to improve my skills to where they are today. However, I do realize now that like a lot of the practice that I've done, I've could have done without. I mentioned before, like I spent like a whole year straight trying to learn Cinema 4D, 3D modeling software. And for like that year straight, almost daily, I was watching tutorials on how to model, how to rig, animate, do particles or whatever. And like after that year, I got to a point where I was like, wow, I actually don't like 3D modeling whatsoever. It's just not my thing. And it's like, and I knew it too, but because I had this obsession of trying to prove my skill set, becoming a well-rounded like filmmaker, to do 3D animation and edit and this and that I wasn't listening to myself that this is something I'm not really interested in. I'd rather just focus on what I am interested in, and I would have improved more as an editor because, I do like to edit more than, 3D modeling. So I guess that's the point I'm trying to make is like self-improvement. It's something you need to pay attention to yourself more. If like there's something that you are genuinely not interested in, then there's no point of you doing. Now there are things that you need to do make sense. Like obviously have a better diet, going to the gym. If you don't like to go to the gym, at least go walk around. Stuff like that obviously makes sense because it's absolutely necessary for your health and well-being. Like, am I developing a skill that you're not interested in? It's basically you're just defeating yourself little by little. And like I said, the whole year that I spent stuck in my room trying to learn trying to develop a skill that I'm really not interested in, I could have did without. And I could have used that year to do something else, whether it's like improve my skill on recording music, which I do enjoy doing, or becoming a better editor, to improve my skill set on editing faster or whatever, right? Or just take the time, put some of that time aside to go into a more social events and make new friends and whatnot, stuff like that. Whatever goals and dreams you have, obviously have a healthy obsession, in the sense of, you got to make time for it. You got to study, you got to practice and all that. If it's something you really want to do, something you do aim for, then obviously cool. But like I said, I'm not depressed. I'm not lonely or anything like that. I mean, I got friends. I do have a social life and all that. I'm happy. I'm very grateful for where I'm at. But just like anything in life, you kind of get to a point where you're like, oh, okay, I feel like something's missing, so I need to work towards that and and improve that little aspect of my life or that situation in my life, right? Because that's a good thing about life. You can improve on it, right? All right, that's all I got. Take care. Peace.